All right. Any particular picks, bands that you're looking for this one?
I'm trying to remember what Heal It Up plays in the mid lane. I know that Curry King... Oh, okay. If Kled doesn't get banned by Hamburger collectors, they're trolling. Because Curry King is a absolute god tier Kled. Always 100% ban Kled versus Curry King. There it is. They've done their research. I've seen most of the players from Redacted before. I've seen Rain 9. I've seen Anarchy before. But I can't remember what they play. I think Anarchy played Sejuani last time, but that's more of a meta pick, not necessarily a comfort pick. I think Healup's played Azir in the mid lane before. But some of this stuff might be new to me. I definitely haven't seen Coach Chris before, so welcome to the stream.
I'm kind of expecting a Lucian ban this time. We've seen it a bunch tonight. And it's been pretty strong. Not expecting Kalista to be banned away, despite the fact that it was really aggressive last game. I think that's kind of a one-off. Got me wanting to play Kalista again then for like 2 games in and then go, oh yeah, this is why I don't play Kalista. Silas! Thank heaven somebody bans that champion. Very, very strong, overpowered, some might say. And those some would be correct. The swapping ultimates, the moment I saw the champion, I'm like, that's going to be busted! And I was right. Because it is busted.
Ooh, and the Yasuo ban. Not really surprised about him either. The crit changes giving him a bit of a boost. Not the craziest, as he also received, I believe it was a slight nerf in the 9.4 patch. Yorick locked in for the first pick for the side of Team Redacted. That'll be pretty interesting in the top lane.
Agreed. Yorick, another one of those sleeping power picks right now. You don't see him a ton. You have seen him. However, in the LCS, which of course means you're going to see him a ton now. But Yorick, like I said, sleeper pick, kind of like Nasus, very split push oriented, but he now has the ability to control the Maiden of the Mist. The big tip for playing into Yorick: kill the Maiden first. Focus it down. It's a large portion of his combat power when he's actually going all in on you. So it's actually a more useful allocation of your damage to kill the Maiden first and then hit you, because it'll also cut the healing that he gets from it.
For the side of Hamburger Collectors, we've got the Cho'Gath and the Rek'Sai locking in, looking like a little bit of a Void duo. Rek'Sai, honestly, one of those sleeper champs that I think with the 9.4 changes, giving her a little bit of boosts here and there, should be pretty strong. I'm most excited about seeing the movement speed that she gets after coming out of her burrow now, allowing her to really get around the map and make engages a lot stronger. Plus, I believe they changed her ultimate so that it's a bit easier to land, so you shouldn't go quite flying across the map anymore, as a few of those we've seen on the stream have been missed before. Heal It Up locking in the Kai'Sa to round out the first picks for the side of Hamburger Collectors.
Kai'Sa Lucian, definitely Lucian favored in the early game, and Kai'Sa not quite as much of the powerhouse that she has been in the past. However, she still can be incredibly effective. On-hit builds in general are just not as good as they were for the crit changes. However, Kai'Sa does still use those. On the other hand, she has the ability to either be very aggressive or very passive. I think we might see a whole Void team here, though. I mean, you got Kai'Sa, you got Rek'Sai, you got Cho'Gath. I mean, all we need is 2 more. Do they have a Void support? You could play Vel'Koz support, I suppose.
Suppose, though... With the composition, I don't know that it would be the best. I think...
Void comp. We're looking for a Void comp.
Right.
Well, what else would you play bot lane? Dang it.
Malzahar.
You screwed it up.
Malzahar.
You screwed it. Malzahar's terrible sport now.
He's not great. You mostly have to poke with the silence, but it's his ultimate. It's just so good, especially paired with a Kai'Sa, free CC, lockdown, plus massive damage. I mean, and it's Lucian as well. You're looking at just flashing ulting. I don't know. I'm just saying Malzahar support is an option you could consider running, whether or not it's a bad consideration or a good consideration. The Galio screws it up, though. No more Void champions for Hamburger Collectors as they're going to lock in Soraka. She's purple.
She's purple.
Close enough. Galio, the only one who ruins it.
Yeah. But he's right in the middle, you know, so he's kind of the white between purple.
The White Knight leading his Voidlings onto a charge against the sides of Team Redacted. He needs to avoid his team inting as we run through the players and their champions. For the side of Team Redacted, we've got Curry King with the York in the top lane, Anarchy with the Sejuani in the jungle, Ayu Yo playing the Cassiopeia in the mid lane. I probably butchered that to the ends of the earth. Forgive me or don't. Rain 9 with the Lucian in the 80 carry role, and Darko Scar 5. You gotta say that with the most grim voice you can.
Scar 5.
It's the Batman voice.
Darko Scar 5 with the Thresh bottom lane supportive role, cause he's Thresh.
Indeed. So now we're just doing this voice the whole time. So for the side of Hamburger Collectors, we've got Doc Shocker on Cho'Gath in the top lane. We've got Coach Chris on Rek'Sai in the jungle. We've got Heal It Up on Galio in the mid lane. Xana Manigan on Kaisa in the bottom lane ADC role, and Ebon on Raka in the lane supportive role. And good lord, that hurts my throat.
As we do this analysis, let me just look to my bat belt to figure out which team is going to win. And it looks like it's going to be the side of Team Redacted because my bat belt says so, because I'm Batman. Don't even need analysis.
That's actually really creepy, your inflection from how it should have ended. It's really close.
I work hard.
All right.
Oh, Christopher Walken. We got cast in the Christopher Walken voice. The side of Hamburger Collectors. You don't know who the Christopher Walken is? He's the one and only Walken. Walken in a winter wonderland. Hamburger Collectors got some decent tank, the Cho'Gath in the top lane. They got that Rek'Sai, that's pretty strong for the engages, but it's really the Rek'Sai Galio combo you're looking for, plus the Soraka Bless. They got a wombo combo, lasts for days.
I just want to hit you with New Jersey right now.
Yeah, it's actually not a good Christopher Walken voice. I think he's got more slower twang.
Just what I just had the sudden impulse to drop a bomb on Boston.
Yeah, that's a terrible Christopher Walken voice. What am I doing? Anyway, go through the side of Hamburger Collectors and we'll get back in. Yeah, that's right, Deadless. That was not even Christopher Walken. I don't even know what I was doing.
What do you mean go through the champions?
We did. That's right. All right. Yeah. You said that you thought which team do you think is going to be better? Guys, this is pro analysis here. LCS level quality content. This is what you sub for.
So, I mean, York should beat Cho'Gath in the top lane. However, Cho does have that fun little interaction where if he kills one of York's Mistwalkers, I think is what they're called. If he kills one of the Mistwalkers, then he gets health and mana back. And since they're really easy to kill, could be good for him in that matchup. But all in all, I do expect York in time to win out on that side lane matchup. Sejuani and Rek'Sai kind of evenly matched. You've got more aggression out of the Rek'Sai. Sejuani, more CC. Cassiopeia outscales Galio, but Galio greater team orientation, more pick, more collapse, looking to see the level 6 to do the kind of TF thing where you go to side lanes, gank, and then Kaisa and Soraka versus Lucian and Thresh. The aggressive bot lane between Lucian and Thresh should definitely have the advantage in the early game if they hit a hook. However, if Soraka can land a bunch of Qs. Also, the meta right now is Emax Soraka. So that Emax Soraka is very potent because you, A, can't miss. If you miss with your E as Soraka, you should probably uninstall the game. It's literally an instant spell the size of Texas that you drop on, and it deals a lot of damage. And if they stand in place, it deals a lot more damage. and they can't dodge it. So it's really irritating. It's like MFE, the Make It Rain, but even more annoying because it deals more damage and also silences you. So if you like playing against Misfortune and just getting constantly poked by this giant circle that you can't dodge, you'll enjoy Soraka too, because now you're constantly getting poked by a giant circle that you can't dodge, and it silences you, and if you don't move, it roots you. Lots of fun. Anyway, so Kai'Sa, not all of that much of a powerhouse in the early game, though, so Lucian definitely going to have the damage advantage if the two clash. But the silence is going to have a lot to say about Lucian being able to get off the spells and his procs of Light Slinger. So I'm looking at Soraka, Ebon here, to really make things happen, or rather not happen, until the middle of the game. Just drop the silence, and the heals keep Kai'Sa alive until she outscales Lucian. That's how they win the game. But if Soraka gets hit by Thresh Q, or yeah, really, it's Q or Flay that engages onto either Soraka or the Kai'Sa, that could definitely be a very quick death.
Definitely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3. Team Redacted versus Hamburger Collectors. It's going to be a good one. Both of these teams fairly even when it comes to the elo. Let's see what they can manage to pull out as we get into game. Something I wanted to note is we're kind of seeing a bit of a meta versus off meta. You look, the Yorick, Sejuani, Cassiopeia has still been meta for a long time. She gets banned all the time in pro play. Thresh actually has a, I think, like 70-something% play rate in the LCS at least, let alone pro play as a whole. Very common to see him picked up. Lucian, a top tier ban when it comes to pro play. So definitely meta team for Team Redacted. But the side of Hamburger Collectors definitely bringing their own power, as we've talked about, to the table. I'm especially liking this Galio pick. I want to see it used effectively, roam to the side lanes, make something happen. And especially if you can hit 6 early, being able to protect Cho'Gath in the top lane, who classically speaking has a very rough early game, could be what they need for the side Hamburger Collectors to keep themselves in the game long enough for that Kai'Sa to really come online.
Kai'Sa, she does have a pretty strong front line between the Cho'Gath and the Rek'Sai and the Galio. So once she has 2 to 3 items, you really should be able to be protected enough to take over the game. Not really anyone who's going to jump on her in the late game either, at least not to the point where she can't get away using her ultimate. So definitely poised, if she can survive this early game, to really take over in the late game.
All right, well, both sides, actually, I think the side of Team Redacted may not know that Rek'Sai is in the top jungle between the slow lane movement from Hamburger Collectors coming through that turret, as well as there were no pings from blue side, kind of noting, hey, Rek'Sai may be on this top side. So we'll see what happens with that as Sejuani went for the Scuttle Crab after her own red buff, and looks like Rek'Sai is going to try to get an early invade. Could see some action from the junglers, but level 2 Flay is going to miss. Also misses as well. Woo! This Kai'Sa.
And again.
True KDA being played there.
Yeah, that man with the dukes, with the dodges, he just saved his own life right there, because if that hook or that Flay had hit, they would have died, and that would have been pretty much the end of this lane.
Oh, dodging another
and
hook.
Another duck.
All right, somebody start to count a reel on how many times this Kai'Sa gets out. Nice hop in the mid lane. Wait, that's Cassiopeia dropping low. Ignite not used, as it isn't on either of these members, but they do drop the Cassiopeia low. Still, she's got flash available, so not the end of the world.
Yep. Somebody start playing some music. Kai'Sa's got the fancy feet, but in the mid lane, no summoners blown. But at the same time, very low right now. Could see a revisited gank. The lane is shoving out. Never mind. Heal it up. Decided to push it back out.
All right. Heavy bottom lane push from Redacted down here. That wave is going to crash. How much of the CS can Kai'Sa pick up? She is already down quite a bit.
Yeah, knocking down Okay. She's picking up a little bit of it, not too bad. It's probably going to be pretty much even if she gets all of this. Yeah.
Look at that Soraka doing work, standing around, looking beautiful. Basically the role of the hyper passive support, similar to Janna in the way that you're really letting your ally do most of the work as Sejuani comes into the mid lane. See if she can get the stun down on to heal it up. He flashes. So that flash is burned, but is get him out. And I wasn't dissing Janna. I'm saying that I probably play Janna way too aggressively. And if you're playing those more true supports, you gotta be okay with just sitting back and letting your allies do a lot of the work. Doc Shocker in the top lane, getting engaged upon with those Grave minions. The hook comes down in the bottom lane, but it's all about this top lane as Curry King comes smashing through, flashes forward for the finish. The last bit of damage takes down Doc Shocker on that Cho'Gath, giving a kill and first blood over to Team Redacted.
Yeah, and Darkest Scar getting the hook down onto the Kai'Sa, going for the all-in there. They get a pretty big chunk on Sandman again, but the thing is, they're playing into a Soraka, so unless you get the kill there, you automatically set yourself at a disadvantage.
Sejuani sneaking in this bottom lane, but Kai'Sa's also around the corner. I don't think they've seen the Kai'Sa. We could see a 3v3 fight down here. Here it is, the engage, the jump forward from Rek'Sai to get the knockup. However, taking a lot of damage. The heal used by Kai'Sa won't keep Rek'Sai alive. Xanaman again doing what he can. The Sejuani is low, but the Kai'Sa has to run. She gets a little bit of damage, flashes forward once, one more auto attack, gets it before going down. And Soraka without mana has to run away. Lucian might be able to finish her off. She is allowed to live. So, 1 kill for 1 in that bottom lane. It's a jungle for ADC though. Team Redacted still in the lead.
Yeah, jungle for jungle and the ADC does go down, which is unfortunate because he's going to lose out on this minion wave here. Going to end up being about a 10 CS advantage when all's said and done. A little bit too aggressive too early. I admire the gumption by Rek'Sai, but unfortunately the Sejuani was there also looking for that same gank. Doc Shocker going for the all-in here, but... Ooh. Or rather, sorry, Curry King going for the all-in.
Yeah, the Maiden of the Mist took a couple turret shots, dropped down a little bit of health, was able to get a bit back by draining that Cho'Gath down. Doc Shocker trying to play back. Coach Chris on the Rek'Sai around the side. Let's see if this Rek'Sai wants to make the play. Doc Shocker under 300 health, needs to play safe, otherwise he could go down a second time to this Yorick up here.
Yeah. But Yorick is out of mana here, so he's probably not the biggest threat in the world right now. I think he has enough for E to throw, but other than that, yeah, and it is going to be Cho'Gath just going back. Does not have teleport right now, so he's going to lose out on these minions as he walks back. Curry King probably going to pop a plate or two and then go back. Meanwhile, Rain getting some poke down on the Xanaman again.
And the farm is even in this bottom lane. So earlier when we were talking about the waves crashing, which, you know, could Kai'Sa get back up? She's still doing okay. Gold or minions fairly even in the mid lane. So not much overall in this game happening besides those couple of kills for Team Redacted, setting them at a 1,000 gold lead. We haven't had luck tonight with Drakes. It's another Wind Drake to start the game off. So neither team going to be rushing. To get that one, but it's still something nice to pick up if you get some pressure on that side of the map.
Xanaman again.
Onto the Kai'Sa. Thresh gets silenced. He's still going to flash forward to try to get the play backwards. The hook's going to miss. Can Kai'Sa get out? Level 5 cannot. Will get dropped. Kai'Sa looking for the potential to go in, but with that, Kai'Sa, Rek'Sai looking, but with the Kai'Sa going down, says, you know what, not worth it. I'll just stay in lane, get a little bit of farm, keep them off of this turret. Oh, decides actually to go in with the Chilling Smite. Throws down the ultimate, engages with the Galio as well, so the Galio gonna come rocking in, but Rek'Sai's already been dropped. The Galio's underneath the turret, is able to pick up the kill onto Lucian, but that is a 2-for-1 trade if you consider the Kai'Sa part of it from earlier.
Yeah, committing the ultimate that early was a little bit sketch. I get what he was going for, trying to get the Galio ultimate to come through, but I think he could have just triggered the Galio ultimate right from where he was at, rather than committing with the R himself. He could have used that to to keep himself alive rather than taking a turret shot when he came out of it.
So Juwani sitting off to this side. That could be the engage, but the Kaisa is here to help out as well. Double buffs onto the Sejuani, who's going to ult the Galio. He's fairly tanky, though. Heal it up, dropping low, under 200 health. He will be able to get out. No, the Cassiopeia just has way too much damage and is able to secure the Galio. I'm actually intrigued at the moment. Want to jump on to the Cassiopeia real quick and check. What is she maxing? She's maxing Noxious Blast, even though that particular path has been nerfed slightly. And so you might see Twin Fangs becoming more meta on Cassiopeia once again. But at the moment, it's still that Q start for the Cassiopeia, maxing that one.
Yeah, she typically goes max in a max Q in a more pokey type match, whereas all-ins or somebody who's melee range, you're going to get a lot more stacks of the Twin Fangs off of. Yeah, her poison also interfaces with Twitch and Teemo and a couple of like any other champion that has something that has a long-term bleed tick is considered poison. She actually ends up interacting with pretty well. It's kind of an interesting little built-in thing that Riot has.
Alright, Rek'Sai still slow to get much happening on the map. Has ganked twice in the bottom lane. Died both times. Participated in a little bit of kills as Eben drops, I believe that was Blessed, pretty early on to that fight. And Team Redacted's bottom lane says, that's alright, we'll take that and then back away. Knowing that Soraka can't heal herself, so she's going to be sitting low for a while. She's carrying heal, though. Kind of the old school heal and barrier swap between this bottom lane inside Hamburger Collectors. Would like to see them trying something new, though.
Yeah, Curry King just going. Hold on, gets knocked up under turret. Doc Shocker could have gone in for that. He has ultimate. Oh no, it's on cooldown. He just consumed a minion. That's tragic, because if he had that, he probably could have just flashed on him. Flash consume, or flash feast rather, and that would have been a kill for Curry King.
He is down
Tragic.
40 CS, though. Keep that in mind. He's getting it down to 30 at the moment after that wave, as they are going to be the side of Redacted starting up a second. No, that's actually the first win Drake, because earlier, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe from last game, I thought the Drake was picking away already. But Sejuani secures the win Drake. First Drake of the game. Next one will be a Mountain. Similar to last game, actually.
Rain in the bottom lane. Hold on, we've got a gank in the top side. Curry King.
That's not a gank. That's a love tap. Rek'Sai just
Yeah.
says, yo, I'm hanging out, saying hi. Back to the jungle I go.
I don't know if Doc Shocker just didn't see him or didn't want the gank or whatever, but that was...
Oh, gets
hold
CC'd
on.
up. Galio's going to come in. Can he save the Rek'Sai? He cannot.
No.
And now Galio's stuck into 3 members. Petrified. He's going to get burned down. There is nothing that will stop him from falling. I don't know if that flash will even get him close to escaping. Yorick picks up his second kill of the game off of that.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to be concerning if you are red team right now. The 8 kills to 2 across the board, almost a 4,000 gold lead. Actually, it is a 4,000, almost 5,000 gold lead now. Wow. Just, yeah, a little over 5,000 gold lead right now. At 12 minutes, which is very substantial for this point in the game. The farm and the kills all in the favor of blue sides right now.
Sejuani needs to pick up 2 kills. I'm just saying, look at the rest of the team. They've all got 2 kills except Sejuani. Sejuani slacking. Somebody report Anarchy. Oh, wait, it makes sense because he
Whoa.
is Anarchy. Nice flash from Soraka with the flash forward from Raid 9. He still wants to take down Xayna Megan. The Kaisa trying to get under the turret, but can't do it. Will get dropped. Good fillet from the Thresh, making sure they can secure the Kaisa. And now they have all the pressure on the bottom side that they want. They could rotate to the Rift Herald as that is being started up by Hamburger Collectors. They got to burn that down fast, otherwise they could be in trouble.
Yeah, the flash bork from the Lucian in that last fight. Not something you usually think of as a conventional initiation CC, but he made it work. After the flash Q missed from the Thresh, hook did not connect. Okay, Curry King just heard that Rift Herald go down. You might want to get out of dodge. Of course, they're not coming up, but it easily could have been 3 members collapsing topside, and he does wisely back off there. Yeah, Lucian going to be going back as he's completely out of the mana. I'm wondering what he's going to go toward second. Perhaps a Essence Reaver would be the way to go. Currently, just a blue buff trade-off. Cassiopeia really likes the blue buffs, so she's going to have a much easier time in lane. Probably the same thing you're going to see happen when Rek'Sai comes back down. Give the blue buff over to the Galio in the mid lane. Not be a bad idea to do.
Alright, so where is this Rift Herald going to be dropped? Turret plating is down as we're past that 14-minute mark. Top lane turret still sitting at basically full health. Mid lane turret still almost full health. Bottom lane turret is even more health. So really, there's no particular advantage in any unique lane. So best bet, try to push out the mid lane, drop it mid, just get that turret down to about half health. And maybe with a really solid push, you can secure that turret. However, at the moment, Hamburger Collector is pushing towards the bottom side, trying to catch this wave. The Lucian and the Thresh are pushing in. Lucian was over the wall, gets Dark Passage out by the Thresh.
I'm just saying a Hamburger Collection sounds very unappetizing.
Apparently, somebody did a test with McDonald's, Burger King, or not McDonald's, Burger King, McDonald's, just basic burger, and it lasted 6 years without any sign of decomposition whatsoever. So, just saying, you could collect hamburgers if they have no decomposition whatsoever, as Kaisa goes in with the killer instinct, just trying to avoid the damage from the Thresh. Galio's down here as well. Double man taunt! Rek'Sai's finish off Lucian, and now Darko Scar going to be engaged upon the Galio. All going to come in as well, but nobody's knocked up. It's just the tankiness to give it over to Rek'Sai, so she's going to live for now. Cassiopeia coming in from the side. She's got Petrified. What can she do with it? As Sejuani taking up everyone, but rooted up will go down. Soraka's roots just enough. Action in the top side as well. They say don't leave us out. However, Cho'Gath's going to go back to tanking and protecting the top lane turret. And a quick 3 kills for Hamburger Collectors. They're back in the game a little bit.
Yeah, that definitely bot lane fight. You saw the collapse that can come out of this squad. Rek'Sai already on the bottom side because of the movement speed. And then the Galio ultimate coming through to bring him into the fight. So that was a quick, what started out as a 2v2 was really quickly a 4v2. 2 members dropped quickly and a third to follow at the very end. But in spite of all that, it looks like Cassiopeia might be able to take down this turret. Very little attack damage, but it is going to be enough to knock down that turret. First turret gold going over to Cass completely solo. So that's a lot. And unfortunately, the Rift Herald not going to be able to be cashed in for that first turret gold.
It's still available for use, but we gotta fight around the Drake. Cassiopeia, or sorry, the Kaisa has been locked up with the death sentence and will drop. Rain Knight's got plenty of damage. Petrify stops Rek'Sai in her flying tracks. She's gonna go down. The Mountain Drake secured by Team Redacted, and they get 2 back as well. So now they can roam towards mid lane. We'll see where they want to take their members. Pressure wanted to know before the Cassiopeia recall. She's sitting on 3,800 gold. She's going to finish off a lot of items when she gets back to the fountain.
Yeah, hold on. The taunt coming up, but the cleanse is going to be used.
Oh, Cassiopeia is still getting super low. Heal it up, has to run though. He's in middle of 3 members. The Thresh comes in as well. He drops Io so low, but the Cassiopeia is going to be getting out. There's no Lux ultimate this time around to take out Cassiopeia. Mid lane turret should be dropped. 3 members pushing from Redacted. Secures a second turret for themselves. Make that a third as the top lane turret already went down.
Yeah, and with the amount of gold she has, she's going to be so powerful once she comes back and gets those items.
She just bought a Rabadon's.
Oh, wow.
Screw finishing up the Saris Embrace. Screw finishing out the Melandomicon. We're going straight for the Rabadon's Death Cap, baby. Let's go straight damage.
That's actually, like, terrible. Terrible first item. Because it's an amplifier. But I'm all about the aggression right there. Coach Chris using the portal to get out. Still taking a lot of damage from those little minion thingies. but going to get away from the York, who's just terrorizing top lane. 2-0, 60 CS, almost above his opposite number. Going to be doing a lot of work for himself as he's shoving in these waves. He's also pressuring those turrets there. Second tier in the top lane. Hold on, we've got Doc Shocker in the bot lane, completely unanswered. I'm wondering why he's recalling right now.
Well, because he doesn't see at least 2 members, and originally it was basically the entire team was invisible in this topside jungle. It can make you a little bit nervous. I do think it is unfortunate because no one was looking to respond. However, playing the vision game, technically playing safe. That means Kaisa, Rek'Sai trying to go in. Galio Ultimate's only going to knock up 1 member. Nissa taking Sejuani. Curry King still going in, chasing down the Kaisa. The barrier doesn't keep her alive. Soraka flashing in, trying to get the heal, but it's just a second too late. Galio drops. Thresh secures it as well. They're going to chase Eben in underneath the turret. Nice knock up from the Cho'Gath, the Cho'Gath Q, however, disengages a little bit of the fight, dropping Sejuani low as well. Darko Scar has to flash over the red side wall, so members of Team Redacted get a couple of kills back away, securing the top lane second tier and the mid lane second tier turret as well. However, Doc Shocker overall stopped what could have been a complete ace, keeping the team alive just barely.
Yeah, but all in all, that fight was a butchery right there. Just completely destroying Hamburger Collectors, even in their own jungle. There's no vision for Hamburger Collectors, which I think has a lot to do with the reason they're losing. So many of the counter ganks that ended up getting this lead for Redacted could have been avoided with some basic vision. Vision is the name of the game. It's not the glamorous part of League of Legends.
No way. Are they going to rush it? Are they going to rush it? Hamburger Collectors with a desperate play. Know that the side of Team Redacted mostly have recall.
Nobody's in position to contest this.
So they are going to start the Baron. But with Cassiopeia alone, they decide to back away. I'm actually not sure that was the best choice. I think that rushing it might have been a better one, especially with Yorick in that bottom lane. They didn't know he was down there, though. They're going to know it in a second as he's trying to push on to that second tier turret in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they definitely could have continued that. Cassiopeia was the only one there to contest. There's nobody in the area, and they weren't in the position to move from bottom side. They were all in that bot side jungle. Nobody could have made it in time to actually contest the Baron. Meanwhile, they're going to lose that bottom lane tower, and if nobody comes, hold on, Coach Chris going to be dropped here, and that should be the Baron. Petrifying Gaze? Hold on, heal it up.
Heal it up. Gonna get a double man taunt onto the Lucian. He's down. Kaisa with the killer instinct to finish him off. Doc Oscar gonna be in trouble now, trying to escape the winds of war. What's the knockup? Heal it up. He's got the taunt. Sejuani's gonna fall as well. A little bit of CC for the Galio. They don't care. Curry King gonna take an inhibitor on the bottom side. That's the sacrifice for the fight that has been won. Curry King now just gonna keep pushing. Nobody's back to respond. He's gonna start slamming onto the Nexus turret themselves.
Nasus.
They're moving on to the Baron. Question is, how fast can they take this Baron down? Considering they're losing their base. One Nexus turret is gone. Maiden in the Mist is here. Coach Chris trying to defend. Can't find the knockup just yet. Instead, focusing on the minions. Now going to come right back in. This York is trying to solo finish the game off. Moving on to the Nexus itself. Curry King, he's not on Kled. He's on the Shovel Nasus of Yorick. Solo carrying this game. In the meantime, Baron finishes off Galio in an execution. And now Curry King has to run as the Cho'Gath has backed. And I actually believe that was a respawn, not a back. However, the Baron has been lost. Hamburger Collectors unable to secure it.
Yeah, I mean, wow, Curry King. I haven't seen such a decisive usage of a split push in a very long time. Dropping the inner turret, then dropping the inhibitor turret, then the inhibitor, then both Nexus turrets, and half the freaking Nexus before anybody came back to stop him. And guess what? The one who came back was the jungler. So there was no possibility of them actually securing it. And Coach Chris probably just going to end over his life here.
Oh, Galio. This is actually really bad. So Coach Chris going to drop. Nice culling from Rain 9 to secure the kill. Galio, I'll talk about that play in a moment. Even his ultimate is going to be disrupted by the nice miasma from Cassiopeia. Curry King just teleports into the base. of the enemy team, walks it in, finishes off the Nexus, solo carrying the team. I mean, the rest of the team did really well too, but Curry King's final push and then teleporting and ending it when no one is paying attention. Oh, what a way to claim victory for the side of Team Redacted.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so let's pull out MVP's honorable mentions and shout-outs real quick.
Before you get into that real quick, I did want to say thank you to Anarchy and Caller of Time for the follows. Appreciate it, guys. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we shoutcast League of Legends. Thank you, Anarchy, for this awesome, awesome game. Wraith, go ahead with the MVPs and honorable mentions.
Okay, so for Hamburger collectors, I want to give Heal It Up the honorable mention. Maybe. He and Ebon both did well, but I think Ebon actually might have done better. It wasn't flashy play, but if you watched him in the bottom lane, the use of his silence as well as the heals, the ultimates, and moreover staying safe playing Soraka, you kind of have a target on your back. And when your team's getting stomped that hard to go is deathless in the game, I think that's actually worthy of an honorable mention there.
I would agree. As a
yeah,
support main, I'm not biased at all.
Yeah. Ebon, I think definitely deserving of that honorable mention there. But the MVP, I'm going to give over to Xanamanigan. The dodges in the early game were awesome to behold, and then the late game triple kill in the base, dealing out the damage. Unfortunately, too little, too late. You had really only one damage source in that game. I mean, sure, Heal It Up built damage on that on the tanky mid laner, but if you're going to go like super aggressive, don't pick Galio. Pick somebody who is actually going to deal damage. If you're going to pick Galio, kind of go hybrid between the two. But for the winning team, Team Redacted, honorable mention goes over to Rain 9 on the Lucian. Bottom lane, I really this play sticks out in my mind. The flash after Darko Scar 5 flashes and misses the Q, forcing a flash out of the Kaisa. He uses flash and the Blade of the Ruin King slow. Not something you normally would think of as kind of that initiation spell, but he makes it work and picks up the kill for himself. Once he got his hands on some items, just picked up the tempo and really started to steamroll the enemy team. So that's going to be your honorable mention. But the MVP going to be Curry King. All in all, I mean, the laning phase was pretty much what I expected versus Doc Shocker. Cho'Gath, not exactly known for his incredible lane dominance or anything like that. But Curry King, the split push game in top lane was pretty good, but the final split pushing when he was killing the inner turret, and then the inhibitor turret, and the inhibitor, both Nexus turrets, and has the presence of mind when he's getting pushed off of it to drop a ward, and as soon as they leave the base for a team fight, just TP's back in and into the game. Good decision making, good macro from a split push perspective. We don't usually give MVPs for the split pusher because oftentimes they just getting caught and dying. But really good macro, ends up winning the game for the team. Well done.
Checking out the damage charts, it's 17,000 on that Lucian Rain 9 wrecking, but It's not every day you see 12,000 on the Yorick as well. Good stuff there from both teams. But in the end, Team Redacted does come out victorious. I believe they may also be playing I'm going to say that very loosely, maybe playing in the Spring Open. Either way, excited to have these teams come back and play again. One of the things that I forgot to mention today, I really should have on the patch notes and completely forgot, is over the next couple of weeks, we're going to start recording which teams actually win. The teams that come out with wins. And there's a reason that we're going to be starting to collect teams that just overall win games on stream. Maybe I'll get into that in next week's patch notes, so keep your eyes and ears open for that. Right now, the question is, who's interested in playing in a very silly 5v5? Because I think that Wraith's got to go to bed.
Wraith has got to go to... Yeah, Wraith's still got to go to bed.
Yeah,
it's not as late as
midnight,
I thought it was.
But it is time for Wraith to go to bed. Thank you, Wraith, so much for casting. It's been fantastic. Glad to have you. Awesome, awesome, awesome as always. You have yourself a good night.
Night, guys.
All right, so here's the key, guys, ladies and gentlemen, everyone that's hanging out right now. Let's go ahead and switch it over to the slideshow for a moment. Well, actually, I think I'd switch it to... Is there one that has my face? Which one has my face? Is there none that has... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, all right, let's do this. You ready for this?